Well, thank you so much. It's great to be here. This is a really significant achievement, one of the most significant projects that's ever been done in the state of Florida. I think everybody knows that this has been something with Everglades restoration that's been very central to what we've done since I've been governor. We sought a lot of resources, and we've gotten that and then some. We understand that the Everglades is home to a lot of great species, that it provides fresh water to Florida Bay as well as clean drinking water for more than 8 million Floridians, and it supplies irrigation for the state's agriculture. So this was something that had been neglected for too long. We needed to take the bull by the horns, and we needed to get it done. And many people, I see a lot of my friends here from Southwest Florida. We remember in 2018, that was the year I was first running for governor, massive algae blooms because the Army Corps, which, you know, they were charged to do, they were discharging water out of Lake Okeechobee that had a lot of stuff in it, and then it came in through the Caloosahatchee, out on those beach communities. Tourism got hurt, quality of life was hurt. We had similar thing in 2016 on the east coast of Florida. Places like Stewart had the discharges that impacted that. So that was a huge problem for the state of Florida, and even though we don't control when the Army Corps discharges water out of Lake Okeechobee, we had an opportunity to do things to mitigate the impact of that, and that's exactly what we've done. So we started in office pledging $2.5 billion over 4 years, which was a big increase over the previous 4. We delivered $3.3 billion over those 4 years. Then in the second term, we promised $3.5 billion. We've already done $4.6 billion, and we got more runway to go. So combined, that's almost $8 billion for water infrastructure, Everglades restoration, and water quality projects in the state of Florida, and that's making a difference. It also generates a good return on investment, and will end up producing jobs as these things continue to go. There's no question about it. So since 2019, we've reached more Everglades milestones than any time in state history. We've completed or broken ground on over 75 projects. Remember, we did the Tamiami Trail roadbed removal 6 months ahead of schedule. That's allowed massive amount of water to flow south into Everglades National Park. Also in 2021, we completed the C-44 reservoir and stormwater treatment area to provide clean fresh water to the Indian River Lagoon and the St. Lucie estuary. Through these investments since 2019, we've now reduced the amount of harmful nutrients in South Florida's waterways by almost 750,000 pounds per year of nitrogen and almost 500,000 pounds per year of phosphorus. And so that's a huge, huge amount of number. These projects and other investments have brought our cumulative annual nutrient removal efforts to over 1.8 million pounds of nitrogen and 770,000 pounds of phosphorus being removed each and every single year. Of course, we've also led the way on the Everglades agricultural area reservoir. Florida has done what it needed to do for the stormwater treatment area. Obviously, the federal government is in charge of the bulk of that reservoir. But by the end of this year, what we've done there, what we've done in other parts of the state, we will have tripled South Florida's water storage capacity to 176 billion gallons. So water is flowing south to the Everglades like never before in modern history, and you're seeing it in the salinity levels in Florida Bay. You're also seeing it in a recharge aquifer. So all that is really, really good. Now today, we're here to open the Caloosahatchee Reservoir, the C-43 Reservoir. This site is capable of storing nearly 55 billion gallons of water. You see, it's a massive, massive project. It can capture excess runoff from Lake Okeechobee and the surrounding watershed during the rainy season, but also release strategically during the dry season. And Southwest Florida asked for water to be released during the dry season, and this will come in handy for that. So this reservoir covers an area of approximately 10,000 acres or 18 square miles. We are, in opening this reservoir, protecting the Caloosahatchee estuary from harmful discharges and ensuring a healthy balance of fresh and salt water, which is essential to the survival and health of our fisheries, oyster bed, seagrasses, and the entire coastal economy. This will benefit Southwest Florida in particular in a really significant way. And as I mentioned, these discharges that had happened, particularly in 18 and 16, were not done by the state of Florida. It was done by the Army Corps of Engineers, and actually they've worked with us since 2019 on them approaching that, I think, in a more reasonable way, and I think that's made a difference. But the reality is 2016 and 2018 probably would never have happened if we had this infrastructure in place. So this really gives us, even if the Army Corps is doing discharges, gives us an ability to store water, clean water, and ultimately avert the damage that was done during those years. This pump station here at the C-43 reservoir can move as much as 650,000 gallons of water each and every minute. And that was completed over a year ago. Now the full system is operational, and it will have a long-lasting impact for those who not only live in the area, but who visit the area. And we're also looking forward to accelerating even more projects, including the EAA reservoir. We were down in South Florida last week with the President of the United States. The issue of Everglades restoration came up, and I had talked to him about this before, but I said, you know, let us take the reins of the EAA reservoir. We can move quicker than the Army Corps. That's just the nature, and we really want to make progress here. He said, done, done, done. And so there are, we're working on bringing that in for a landing. And so we hope to have a great announcement soon where we can say that the state of Florida is going to be taking the lead on bringing that project and other surrounding projects to fruition ahead of the current schedule. So stay tuned for that. But